Hello, cyberspace. It is I, Terracin, your favorite cyber bitch here. And tonight's title is You Can Now Do Electroshock Therapy at Home. We'll get into that in a minute. I have with me, of course, my baby brother, Chunky Monkey.
Hey.
And we have the ever sexy, the ever buff, the ever oily, your boy, Pat.
What's up, y'all?
So how are you two today?
Like I say, just now bouncing up.
I bet.
Like I say, shit. It'd be those evening times right there, especially when you gotta be up early in the morning. It's like, I don't know, I'll be trying to stay awake. Next thing you know, I'll fall asleep and shit.
Oh, I know that feeling. I'm on a new medication, gabapentin, and it's for fibromyalgia. Mind you, I have very little pain at this point, but it makes me so fucking tired.
Yeah, I know you
to
say
top
like
it all off, my roommate went to the ER with her son. He is running 104 fever with the flu.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you telling me yesterday, like, that he was sick, like, hey.
Uh-huh.
What the?
Yeah. All right, so my main story, and this is going to require a screen share, is there is, okay, do either of you know what a TENS unit is?
No.
No.
Okay, a TENS unit is you take these little electrodes connected to either a portable box that takes 12-volt batteries, or 9-volt batteries, or it's a bigger box that's plugged into a wall, and they take these patches and they stick them on usually your back or places where there's muscle pain, and it sends electrical shocks through your body to ease that pain, to release the tension. I have a small TENS unit. I don't use it much because my threshold for the TENS unit is way high. So, like, it'll be on medium, and I'm like, is it even fucking on? So I have to turn it up to high to feel anything, and the battery's dead in like 5 minutes.
I'm like, what? Dang.
Yeah, I was at a BDSM party one time, and my back was killing me. So the guy's like, okay, you can use the TENS unit, and he had the big thing that you had to plug into the wall. So I laid down on my stomach, and he put the TENS unit on me. Well, I actually placed the pads. He just connected the electrodes. And I'm laying there, and he's like, tell me when. And I'm just laying there waiting and waiting and waiting. He's like, we're up to halfway now. Waiting. He's like, we're at 3/4. Waiting. Bzz. Finally, I feel something. I was like, okay, there we go. I feel something now. So it was almost full power before I actually felt something.
Well, damn.
That should explain also how high my pain threshold is.
That's what I'm saying. Was it like, well, I don't know, was it like a shock or a buzz, or like what was the feeling?
It's electrical shock going through your skin into your nerve endings. Well, what's going on now? And I was watching one of my creepypastas. Well, I was watching Unit 522. Everybody go watch him. He's cool. I was watching 522, and one of the ads for his monetization popped up. And I just didn't hit skip. And this popped up. And I was like, what the fuck? This is what you're seeing now is what I was seeing. With a TENS unit, you don't dip the electrodes in water. This is an at-home electroshock therapy device. I don't know why they the fuck they still use this shit. For all they know, somebody could have a fucking seizure while using this fucking thing, and they'll fall out and die. You know, they can't. This is wrong.
I'm Dr. Steve Zanakis. I'm a psychiatrist, and I'm a retired Army general. Spent 28 years on active duty and spent most of my career treating soldiers, veterans, and family members. Many of the soldiers and veterans that I see, as well as other patients, have multiple problems. One of the common problems that they have is sleep difficulty. Feel good when they pinch their teeth. It's a device that has plenty of evidence that has been accumulated over 40 years of studies that it helps with sleep, helps with anxiety,
it helps with sleep because it fucking makes you go unconscious from having electricity go through your fucking brain. It's frying your brain.
Yeah, and the reason why soldiers have trouble sleeping all that right there, because, you know, when you're over there in a lot of war-torn areas, you know, you don't have time for sleep. And plus, you know, like with all the craziness that you be seeing and all that right there, yeah. The last thing you ever do want to go to sleep is because, you know, you have those badass dreams because those flashbacks come and shit like that, and they're not pretty.
Exactly. There's a reason why, you know, in the colonial times when men would go to war, they didn't sleep in the same bed as the wife. They knew, okay, it didn't have a name back then, but they had multiple rooms in houses for a reason. You know, husband and wife ended up sleeping in separate beds at times for a reason. This is one of them. PTSD is one of them.
Yeah.
You know, fine. You know, you want to sleep in the same room? Cool. Do the fucking Lucy and Ricky thing and have separate beds. He talks about how it helps with depression. Bullshit. Again, it fries your brain. All you're doing is giving yourself an electrical lobotomy. You're better off shoving a fucking ice pick into your tear duct to get the same effect.
Yes, I don't know. I guess what they expect people to use this wisely.
You're supposed to use it as directed, blah, blah, blah. It's an at-home electroshock therapy. People should not be given this option.
That's why I said I don't know if I would trust people with such a device, knowing how
exactly. Like, oh my God, what if my ex-husband had heard of this while I was still with him? My ex-husband was a sadistic, evil son of a bitch.
Well,
he knew I had epilepsy. Guaranteed he would use it to fucking make me, you know, quote unquote, train me to be the wife he wanted me to be. Nah, this shit, no.
That's why I said it's not gonna be too long for somebody does abuse this. That's what's gonna fuck it up. That's what I hate about a lot of things. And like, you know, it sounds like a good thing, but like I said, you know, somebody nutty is out there, somebody mental out there is gonna fuck it up.
It helps also with thinking, with attention and concentration. We also have
attention and concentration. Okay. It doesn't. Again, I'm going to repeat this probably 1,000 times. It's frying your fucking brain. The only reason why it seems like it helps you with attention is because your brain is so fried, it can't focus on anything else. That's the only way it helps with focus, attention, and concentration, is because you are frying the important brain cells. And yes, after a period of time, your brain replicate.
But does it cure the gay?
No, it does not. And that has been proven too. But after a while, yeah, your brain cells will re-replicate. But the thing is if you fry them so fucking much, they can't re-replicate because there's too much damaged tissue to try and re-replicate. That's why drug addicts, like cocaine users, crack users, when you look at a CT scan of their brain, that's why there's huge fucking holes in it, is because they use so many drugs so often that their brain didn't have time to replace the brain cells that were fried.
Lots of evidence that says it does very little, if any, harm at all. So now, why not make it available?
Bullshit. Very little, if any, harm at all. Oh my God. Oh my God. Has he never actually been to an insane asylum where they use that to treat everything?
Well, that shit is hard to find in the insane asylum these days.
No, but they still have some of the records.
Unless you look out here and all these fucking protests and shit.
I mean, some of the insane asylums, the records are still there.
Mm.
But no, it does damage to your brain. You're frying it.
Mm.
To a patient who comes in and says, "Doc, I'm having trouble." So I prescribe this device as an adjunctive treatment, and say, let's continue with the medications that have already been prescribed to you, unless you really feel there's a problem with them and you want to get off of them right now.
Okay. If there's a problem with your medications, try new fucking medications. Don't fry your brain. I mean, come on, don't you guys remember when we were kids, the Dare commercial that had the cast iron frying pan and the egg?
Yeah. Yeah, we can forget that.
I mean, slams the fucking frying pan onto the stove, says, "This is your brain." Crack. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions? Same fucking difference. That's your brain. That's your brain with an at-home electroshock therapy or any electroshock therapy. And you know what? There's people with epilepsy and they don't even fucking know it. Like, some people know what triggers their epilepsy. I know some things that trigger mine, but mine's considered to be idiopathic, meaning they don't know what caused it. I actually had a fucking psychiatrist suggest to me electroshock therapy, and I looked at that bitch like she just fucking graduated from college. I was like, wait, what? She's like, yeah, have you tried it before? I said, hell no. I have epilepsy. It will kill me. She goes, well, you don't know until you try. I looked at her, and my aunt was sitting next to me, and she pats me on the arm like, don't kill her, don't kill her. And she looks at me and she says, well, we could always give it a try. And I look at her like, she just fucking stabbed me in the back with a chainsaw. And she realized in that moment, I did not find her joke funny. Let's see what else this moron has to say.
But let's make one change at a time. To start off, it's a real good idea to use the device twice a day, and
Yes, twice a day. Let's fry your brain twice a day.
Be in effect within days, maybe a week, maybe 10 days.
Oh yeah, you'll see it almost instantly because you have no fucking brain cells anymore.
Down once a day, and then usually at least 3 to 5 times a week.
3 to 5 times a week. Oh my God.
I think we need to recognize that many of our soldiers and veterans live in communities and rural areas and
Carl,
areas.
That kills people.
A lot of medical services, not just mental health services, but a lot.
What was that?
You never seen llamas with hats?
No, I don't give a fuck about llamas. I associate llamas with drama, and they can all fuck off.
Drama llamas.
Medical services are not available, and they need to be able to do things there to help themselves. These kinds.
They want to help themselves? Okay. Find your local free mental health clinic or a sliding scale clinic. I pay $3 a visit. So, you know, you can find that. There's one in every fucking state. I know that for a fact from, there's several in my state. There's several in several other states. Texas actually being one of them. They have them in most major cities. But my company is called Meridian. And they do sliding scale. And because I don't have a job, I'm fighting for disability, I only have to pay $3 a month. You can get your medications through them with different scholarships through the pharmaceutical companies. Like for my new Dexta, I pay $10 for a 30-day supply, or not 30, 90-day supply. And that's through the company that makes the new Dexta, because I qualify for their sliding scale fee. Technically, I only pay $5 through the pharmacy, and then through Meridian Pharmacy, it's another $5. So I pay $10 for 90 days supply. People, do your fucking research before you fry your brain with little electrodes. Oh my God. Columbia University psychiatrist. The Fisher-Wallace stimulator is a wearable neurostimulation device that is cleared by the FDA to treat depression. I really, really doubt that it's actually cleared. A lot of people in these companies and pharmaceutical areas, they like to say it's already FDA cleared when the FDA is still pending their decision.
Yeah, I've seen it happen a lot of times.
Yeah, I highly doubt it's FDA cleared. As well as the common co-symptoms of anxiety and insomnia. If that shit were used on me, it would not cure my anxiety. It would make it fucking worse, because then I wouldn't want to come near anyone with a goddamn TINS unit. I'd probably take a baseball bat to mine. Cures insomnia. Yeah, because, you know, you have no brain cells to keep your brain stimulated. The device works by stimulating the serotonin production, alpha wave production, and the brain's default mode network while lowering cholesterol. What the fuck? How the hell does it affect cholesterol?
I do not know.
Excuse me. No, not cholesterol. Cortisol.
Oh, do I say cholesterol?
Yeah. I took my Gabapet and it's making me tired. Okay, the only reason why it works with the default brain mode network is because, you know, you're like, again, you're frying your brain. You're telling it, okay, we're gonna stop all thought, all everything. You're essentially factory resetting your brain. But then, you know, or you're doing a hard reboot on your brain. You still have all the files there. It's just you want your device to pull up all the other shit. Patients use the device at home once or twice daily for 20 minutes. 20 minutes is too fucking long. That will ensure your brain is fried. Majority of patients experience durable symptom relief within 1 to 4 weeks of daily use. Yeah, you're going to have the symptom relief, but, you know, what happens when you go from just being depressed to fucking psychotic? Because you don't have the cells in your brain anymore that say, hey, don't do that. Patients may return their device for a refund within 30 days of the receipt.
Yeah, I always manage to stick that in.
See, when I saw this starting to pop up, I wasn't reading the words. I was like, what the fuck is that stewardess doing? Safe and effective, my ass. And see, you notice they cut out when she's about to start fucking convulsing from getting shocked in the goddamn brain. Do you qualify for the advice? No. Do you have a pacemaker? No. Are you 21 or older? Yes. No, I'm not fucking submitting this shit. And I hope fucking Fisher Wallace Stimulator people see my fucking show. And I hope they fucking copyright strike me so I can bitch them out as to how harmful that shit is. Fuck you, Fisher Wallace. I can't wait for somebody to use the device to torture someone. Because their device made them go fucking crazy.
I said that's my biggest fear with something like this. Like I said, it probably could be used as a good thing, but there's going to be somebody out there who's going to, who's going to use it for all the wrong damn reasons, and that's where the problem's going to
I sure as fuck don't. Fuck that.
And speaking of which, like I said, when you brought out the brain on drugs thing right there, I ended up finding the commercial on YouTube. Like, I ain't seen this shit in a while, man. Back in the 80s.
Link it to me in Discord or on Twitter, and I'll show it.
No, it's like the old 15-second.
Yeah, sure. I'll tell it. I'm gonna connect this to this. Link it to me.
Yeah, it'll be funny. All right, I just sent it through DMs on Twitter.
On Twitter, all right. Messages. There we go. Yeah. I don't want it to just play. I want it to go through YouTube. I'm going to pause this. Go back. Green chair. Present to everyone. There we go. All right, people. Here we go. Your brain on drugs.
Okay, last time. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
That looks like a damn tasty brain, though.
Yeah, I said those just like the mini commercials we used to get back in the 80s, man. Like I said,
80s and 90s, man. 80s and 90s.
That's what I love, man. We had tons of PSAs out there, man, during those times, man. Shit. Today it's like, man, it's like we still got them, but we don't got them. We don't got them as much as we used to, man. Shit. Everybody was very aware.
You people, it's that at home, any electroshock therapy is going to do that to your brain the same as drugs. It will put fucking holes in your head. Don't do it. Fucking take 30 goddamn pills a day if you have to be quote unquote normal. Me, I don't want to be normal. I just, I want my impulses of wanting to kill people to be calmed down and my epilepsy under control and my nerve pain gone, which so far is working. I have to take, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different pills, some of them
Dang.
multiple times a day. But, you know, I'd rather take that than fucking have electrodes strapped to my goddamn head. That shit's fucking scary. I wanted to cry when my fucking shrink suggested that to me. I literally, the next time I went in for a therapy session, I requested a different doctor. I said, I don't want to see that bitch no more. I said, I don't want to see her no more. And I was actually asked why. And I flat out told him, I said, she suggested to me, someone who has epilepsy and is taking medication for epilepsy, electroshock therapy. No, I don't want to see her anymore. And it's written in my chart, I'm not allowed to see her again.
Mm.
If they tell me that that's the only doctor available, I'll be, nope, I'll come back next month. Fuck you. Give me my money back. There are still some doctors out there that think that the old tried and true ways from the 50s, that 50s, 20s, 30s, 40s, you know, and from, you know, early 1800s type of ways to deal with mental illness is the route to go. The barbaric ways. To them, I say, you do it first and then I'll follow.
Mm-hmm.
But I want you to do it the unsanitary way from the fucking 1800s. You know, you want me to do electroshock? Okay, let's do electroshock on you with a rusty old machine that, you know, had water dripping on it and shit like that. Yeah, let's have you do that first before you touch me.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you fucking fry in hell. I'm not upset at all about this.
As I was saying, you sound like you had a bad experience with something like this.
I've had it suggested to me several times by doctors.
Mm.
And the first time was before we found out I had epilepsy. They wanted to do it to me because I'd been molested when I was 9.
Mm.
And my mom looked at them, and I fucking hid behind my mom because I had seen Return to Oz with Veruca Balk in it.
Mm-hmm.
And in it, Dorothy gets electroshock therapy. That shit scared the hell out of me. No way in fucking hell.
Mm-hmm. No, I think the first time I ever seen something like that was you remember the show Quantum Leap?
Mm-hmm.
With Scott Bakula when he played like the damn, I forgot what he played. He played like the character that was in the insane asylum, and the one dude gave him electroshock therapy, and so he was going, so he was getting like all the characters that he had played, like that he had leapt to in the past, was like you started doing all of them in that.
Yeah, because they were all routed into his brain. He couldn't help
Mm-hmm.
it.
Yeah, because the electroshock therapy had like just basically
It messed up that time, that like timer thingy.
Yeah, that was the first time I ever seen it. Mm.
Yeah, no, Electro. But yeah, the latest one was like a year and a half ago. Doctor suggested it to me, and I was about, until my aunt patted my arm, which I knew it was her comforting pat until she opened her mouth. I was about ready to leap out the chair and attack the doctor. Because my aunt told me once we came out of there, she's like, you had a look on your face like you were going to leap across the desk and kill her. I was like, I was.
Act dog. Now I'm going through YouTube and I'm finding all these damn I'm finding all these damn 80s these
PSA.
80 PSAs and shit like that, and it's just taking my ass back because I remember all this stuff they used to show us, man.
Yeah.
All these all these 80s drug commercials and shit, like with the puppets and all that right there. I'm like,
Oh
oh
yeah.
God. I was like, oh dang, I remember all this.
Hey, see if you can find some video of Alphabet City.
Oh, what?
Alphabet City. You'll know it when you see it. That was some of the creepiest yet great shit growing up. I used to have nightmares about Alphabet City.
Let's see. Yeah, it's got Alphabet City 1980s right here.
Yeah. Come on. Come on. I already took you. Get up here. A Cody wants me to take him OUT, and it ain't happening because I already took his ass. Get up here. There you go. Lay down. So we might have ourselves a Burnside tonight. He got out of work early today.
All right. Oh yeah, it's just showing like what, like dang man, like
And we're supposed to have ourselves a Scooby at some point.
yeah, the projects back in the damn day, like yeah, like eesh.
Stop. And we would have a Wolfie if he didn't have to go to sleep and then get up early for work tomorrow.
That's me, but I'm here.
Yeah, I know.
I gotta be there at 4.
I think he has to be up at like 2.
Oh yeah, that's weird. Yeah, that's one of my downfalls about not being able to make it to these streams. I gotta be up way early in order to go to work.
Yeah.
That's why I said when I start streaming, it's probably going to be somewhere in like the afternoon because it's like, that and plus, like the evenings are usually like hemmed up by everybody else, that I know.
Yeah.
So it's like it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to find like that, that good time to like, when you can stream.
Oh, just stream when you have the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, I mean, I could stream at any point in the day, but I prefer to use that time to work on videos.
Yeah.
Like
I do that right there.
Pat, you got to go watch. I finally finished my Eagle video.
All right. And I'm still working on my ideas of what I want to do and what I want to talk about. It's like I got a whole lot of stuff I want to talk about outside of like, social and political, like political like issues and things like that, because everybody's like, doing that right there. It's kind of like, like shit. So me, I'm probably gonna be talking about a whole lot of other things, man. Like a lot of like I said, with anime and games and stuff like that and all that right there.
Oh, you want to talk about anime? Make sure you drag my brother on. He'll talk about it with you.
Yeah, I'll talk about anime.
I know it's like that, and a whole lot of people I know who are into anime like me, and plus, like I say, like a whole lot of other problems I'll be talking about, like how I was talking about the whole thing like with females and stuff like that, and how they prefer like certain type of guys and shit, and how that goes crazy because they're always talking about like, oh God, will you send me a guy who will do this and that and all that right there, but always turn around and go with the same jackass that they.
I want a man who is sensitive, in touch with his feminine side, but not afraid to be manly. I want a man who's not afraid to cry in front of me, but will also kick a guy's ass if he touches me.
Yeah, it's like that right there, but they always
boom, they go to the bar and they end up with the
Whoever's like that wants a walking, talking contradiction.
Do what?
I said whoever's like that wants a walking, talking contradiction.
No, there are men like that. Burnside's one of them.
Yeah. Problem is, like I said, those types of women, like I'm saying, they don't know what to do with them. It's like they get them and they don't know what to do to them because they think they're boring because they're so used to the jackass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that might have been what happened to my most recent ex.
Sensitive.
All right, what now? Both of y'all was talking the same time.
I was saying Pat's one of those guys. He's sensitive, he's manly.
Yeah.
He understands his feminine side, but he's also one of those that you lay your hand on my woman, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Yeah, it's staying right there. But it's like, like a lot of women, like a lot of women that be coming up to me, like, they'll see like they'll see like my online profiles and shit like that. And you see my pictures, I'm like, most of them about like me when I was getting back in shape. So I'm like, I'm like they're flexing and all that right there. It's like they see that, and so they think like, oh, he's hot, he's cute. So they get to talking to me, and they get to know me from the inside and out, and they're just like, oh, you wasn't what I imagined. I like those are the type of women right there who are always crying, like God send me an angel, but they always chasing after the roughneck type and all that right there. Because it's like that's all they're used to. It's like, they're so used to dating, you know, loser after loser after loser that hey, that's the only thing that they're freaking, figure that they can only find. And then they find a good guy and it's like they don't know what the fuck to do with him. It's like I was saying something like that. I was saying something like that on Facebook, and well, a couple of my female friends, who didn't get what I was saying, or basically
Yeah, I
talking
saw
about,
your post the other day.
like Pat, not all women. I said not all women right there, but you got to understand there are some women out there like this, and those are the ones I'm pointing out. Because people hate when you point out the truth and shit like that.
Oh yeah. But
yeah,
Pat, then I can't, say all men are assholes.
and that's what it is right there. It's like, and I'll be like that too. I'm like, okay, not all of us. I know there are some assholes out there, but you got to understand, not every guy is. That's why I try to like, when it comes to like a lot of my posts, like I try not to include every woman into it and all that right there. So I make sure to say, some women, this type of woman right there, because you got to be, you got to be specific.
No, I'm going to flat out say it. All women are bitches. It just depends to what degree.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I think that was one of my posts today where I was basically saying like like what does a woman want? Does she want a bad boy or a nice guy? When honestly it's like she wants both. It's like she wants the bad boy in the bedroom, because the bad boy is the one who knows how to get her in the mood and get her all hot and wet and shit like that, and he knows what to do with her.
Yeah, she wants the freaky deaky in the bedroom, but she wants the cuck in the out in public.
Yeah, she wants a nice guy, like I said, when she needs a shoulder to cry on, she needs an ear to talk to, or she needs somebody, to take her frustration out. That's why I said she wants both. She wants the bad boy and the nice guy. That's where the good man comes in because, he's both,
Personally, I want one that's 75-25. 75 asshole, 25, cuck.
As I'm saying, like a lot of women. Like it depends. It depends on to what degree that they want. What do they want somebody right there? Because like they just can't have one. Even though when they do, they usually prefer the bad boy over the nice guy because the nice guy is fucking boring.
Well,
and
my 25-75 was actually a joke. What it is I've always wanted a man that was like my Uncle Keith. Okay, he's a sensitive man. He's never like broken a well. He's had his fingers run over. I'm being told that there is a mass shooting in New Zealand.
Oh damn! A Muslim mosque.
Link me in Discord.
I think there's one in Brazil too.
So he's had his finger like eaten by a printing press. Tom, link me. But I've always wanted a man who is sensitive. He's like my uncle. He's not an, my birth father was, our daddy wasn't, as I said at our funeral, he wasn't the brightest star in the sky, the sharpest tool in the shed, or the brightest crayon in the box.
I see it. Mass shooting at mosque in Christchurch, New Zealand.
If someone could link me, that'd be awesome.
I'm finding like different versions of it. I'm like,
Well, see, if I try and do the search, my computer's going to run really slow. That's why I'm asking someone to link. There we go.
What? You got it?
Thank you. All right. Pull this up. Hopefully my computer won't run too much slower. Police hunt active shooter after gunman opens fire at a mosque. Wellington, New Zealand. New Zealand police are hunting an active shooter in the center of on Friday after a gunman opened fire at a mosque, inflicting several casualties.
Ooh.
A witness told a man dressed in military style rifle had started people at the mosque. A church with a New Zealand police said. Police are responding with its full capacity to manage the situation. Environment
Hello?
I said, is she there? Or like, she has blanked out on my part.
What's going on, guys?
Yo, what's up, Scoop?
Not much. What's happening?
I said, well, Tara was reading, she was reading off about this mass shooting we just heard about in New Zealand, but she just, she just clicked out.
Yeah, I was listening to it right before I hopped in. It's YouTube probably is trying to censor her. They don't want anyone talking about it.
Well, shit. Well, they got a whole lot of people on right now talking about it, from Fox News to the Washington Post and shit like that. But then again, they ain't gonna say shit about those. Yeah, like I say, anytime when it comes to mass shootings and anybody that involves, anybody but white people and shit like that, yeah, they don't want nothing to see here.
I just don't know how the fuck it happened in New Zealand. I thought they turned their guns in years ago.
Hey. You surprised? Like I said, the most gunless places and stuff like that are usually the ones that are always being.
Yeah. Well, it's like, the old saying, in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. In the land of the unarmed, the guy with the six-shooter is the king. It's a sad truth to it.
Mm-hmm.
The thing, like, I remember crystal clear when I was a teenager growing up in the 90s,
son of a bitch.
Hey,
There you
Tara.
go.
We had we had shootings regularly. Like, oh God, I remember, like, I was talking the other day to a friend, and I was explaining to her, like, we were driving past one of the malls because she'd never been here before. And I was explaining to her about that mall. I said, when I was a kid, that mall was the worst mall in America.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
No, YouTube wasn't trying to censor me. It's my computer.
Okay, then.
Because at first I thought it was on my part. I'm like, damn, is my shit running hot again?
No, it's me.
I figured because your computer didn't sound like a hovercraft, I figured it was going to start overheating. You didn't have the fan
on it.
Oh, all right, I didn't hear it. The other night when I was talking to you, I had to lower my headphones because all I heard was like the whir. I feel like we're ready to storm the fucking beach.
Man, they said the guy had like 12, right? The guy came fucking prepared for war. Like,
the Bangladesh cricket team was going to Friday prayers at the mosque, the Masjid al-Noor, when the shooting occurred, but all members were safe, a team coach told Reuters. Media reported that a gunman opened fire inside the mosque at Christian Church's Hagley Park district. Of armed police at a police said. All Christchurch schools and council buildings have been placed into lockdown. Police did not immediately comment on whether the incident took place in the mosque. There is no official confirmation on casualties. Media said shots had been fired near a mosque, and a witness told broadcaster One News that he had seen 3 people lying on the ground, bleeding outside the building. Radio New Zealand quoted a witness inside the mosque saying he heard shots fired and at least 4 people were lying on the ground, and there was blood everywhere. Horrified to hear of Christchurch mosque, never a justification for that sort of hatred, said Amy Adams, a member of parliament from Christchurch. The Bangladesh cricket team is in Christchurch to play New Zealand in a 3rd cricket test starting on Saturday.
Oh, damn, wrong Amy Adams.
They were on the bus, which was pulling up to the mosque when the shooting began. Mario, I can't say his last name, strength and conditioning coach for the Bangladesh cricket team told Reuters in a message. There is actually a video. Teenagers killed in a Sao Paulo school shooting. They were shaken but good. Muslims account for just over 1% of New Zealand's population in a 2013 census.
When will this crap end?
I have no clue, but I think I got another link. But yeah, I'm not seeing the video. Okay, here's another one. Multiple fatalities in New Zealand shootings. The same story, but different title. Okay. Different quotes. According to Mike Bush, he said, as far as they know, the fatalities occurred at 2 mosques. Police said that they had 1 person in custody, but they were not sure if others were involved. Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern said that there was no place in New Zealand for such acts of extreme violence. Police said earlier they were hunting an active shooter. A serious and involving situation occurring in Christchurch with an active shooter. Police are responding with its full capacity to manage the situation, but the risk environment remains extremely high. Media reported that a gunman fired inside a mosque. Let's see. Still scanning it to see if there's anything different. Let's see. Says that the cricket team are shaken but good. Let's see if I do a search. Okay, we have a video. I'm going to see if I can get it to pull up.
What is this, like a video of the shooting itself, or?
Bangladesh cricket team escapes park after shooting in Christchurch.
Oh crap!
So let's see what the video has. This will be the first time any of us see it.
For the record, I'm just going to say right now, this is going to be a little bit odd for anyone who's not used to what a cricket team looks like. This is their uniforms?
I think they're being escorted.
A love letter to the 80s. That's how Astro Man has been described. One of these shows
Whatever the fuck that is. Bangladesh's cricket team were touring New Zealand, escaped the shooting at Christchurch Mosque by minutes. Correspondent Mohammed Assam was at the mosque when the Bangladesh cricket team who were traveling in New Zealand. He told the news he was with the players as they were about to enter the mosque, and a lady came out telling them not to enter, so the team ran out and escaped. He confirms all members of the team, bar 2, were there but got away. Here's a live stream of the shooting. Oh, it's been pulled already.
Yep, like I said, it begins. Yep, the censoring begins.
Yeah, censoring begins.
As we used to say in the industry, they got out their red pencils already.
I was stopped rage. I heard the big sound, the gun, and the second
That fucking ringtone.
I ran. Lots of people were sitting in the floor. The gun was from the door. I ran behind the mosque. And I was sitting behind the container. I ran to the police. Police comes. I saw one gun in the floor. And police was stopping here. There was a lot of people died, injured. President Donald Trump's announced.
Don't care about Trump. Many deaths, injuries, in Christchurch mosque shooting, say witness. A witness of the shooting at Christchurch mosque says many people died and many were injured. Mohammed Nazir said it was around 1:45 p.m. when he heard the big sound, the gun. The second shot, I run. Lots of people were sitting on the floor, he told the media. The gun was at the front door. I run behind the mosque, and I was sitting behind, and I called the police, and the police take a long time. Mr. Nazir said he climbed the wall outside of the mosque and remained on the phone with the police until officers arrived. He said there were multiple deaths and injuries, including 3 women he saw bleeding on the ground outside the mosque. Multiple fatalities confirmed. Police have confirmed multiple fatalities after shootings at 2 mosques in Christchurch this afternoon. 1 person is in custody, Police Commissioner Mike Bush said, but it is not known if another gunman are still on the loose. A person appearing to be a white supremacist issued a warning on social media ahead of the attack and appears to have streamed live video of at least one of the shootings taking place. Parts of Christchurch, including schools, are locked down. Oh, I love how this person can't spell. After the incidents, eyewitnesses said as many as 15 people have been hit at one mosque. One eyewitness told One News a gunman came to the front door of the mosque. Everybody just ran to the back door to save themselves. They hid under cars while the firing continued. Some people then jumped a fence to escape and hid in a nearby house. There was also another shooting at a mosque in Linwood. Here's the video.
Hello?
We're here. We're watching the video. You would be too if you stopped playing your game. I'll get back to her in just a minute. It's not that important. All right. Multiple people have been arriving on stretchers at Christ.
Trump's announced the US will ground all Boeing 737 MAX aircraft.
Shut up. Multiple people have been arriving on stretchers at Christchurch Hospital, including children. Some reports say an automatic weapon was used and there were many shots fired. Another eyewitness, Mohammed Nazir, told One News he saw the gunman come into the mosque and he saw people injured on the floor, including 2 women. Police have put in cordons shutting down areas of the city, and schools in the area are in lockdown. They asked people to keep out of the area in Christchurch and to stay away from all mosques in New Zealand today. Live stream from News at 6. Let's see if let's see if this is of the shooting.
I don't know.
Anyone else hear that ring?
Well, that's all we have so far. As it comes
like I
to
said,
me, I'll keep everything updated. I'll do a stream on it.
I said what they're allowing so far. 'Cause like I said, you know, they're censoring left and right what they don't want to be.
It's just absurd.
Yeah.
I don't understand what the fuck this guy thought he was going to accomplish anyway, shooting up a mosque.
Yeah.
Like, that shit never made any sense to me, honestly. You know what I mean?
Said, great.
Yeah, you got all like you got people of all walks of life going to a church and going to a fucking synagogue and going to a mosque, you know? And you're not just gonna get like the people that you think you're gonna get if you're looking for like the bad Muslims.
Mm-hmm.
You don't go blowing up the mosque. You're probably not gonna get them while you know there. I don't think they go and just off the top of my head, I don't think they're gonna observe services with the rest of the congregation. You know? Like me personally, like I know when I've dealt with like Catholics who are like real bad news, they would take in service like they'd go solo. They'd go and they'd sit and they'd pray and then they'd see the priest. They wouldn't attend mass. You know, I mean, I don't know if these guys are going and chilling with their imam or what, but see, I don't know. Was this mosque itself like a radicalized mosque? I mean, these are the things people got to look into. Or was it, or because it's down in that part of the world, you got Imam Tawhidi up over right above them in Australia. Was this a peaceful mosque? Maybe this was a radical that went and shot them up because they were peaceful. You know, we got to see. It's like Tara said, as it comes down the pike.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I'm wondering myself. Like, you know, like how's all this gonna break down? You know, like shit, you know, like what caused all this, and are we gonna get the truth, or are we gonna get are we gonna get like a narrative filled, agenda?
I think it'll be a little from column A and a little from column B. Bit of both.
Scoob, you said you were listening to the show before you hopped in?
A little bit, yeah.
Then you heard my rant on that fucking at-home electroshock therapy.
She went loose.
No, I mean literally I only heard a few minutes before I hopped in.
Oh my God, you're gonna have to go back and watch the beginning of the show.
Oh man.
He was Randy.
Man, I mean, yeah, they got a device out there now that, oh shit. Which is like, I can just see, I can just see a lot of bad, being, a lot of people just using this thing for all the wrong damn reasons and shit like that, but that's everything in life.
My mother was the type, she would have strapped me into that thing to punish me when I was a kid. Seriously, she would have used it to try to reprogram me.
Reprogram your brother, not you.
She would have definitely tried to use that on me. I see it. I know my father, may rest in peace. He's the type, if he would have heard that, he would have said, okay, good, can we put them in the classrooms?
Because the way that was explained, like I said, the dude was talking about what he was like a former, former general and shit like that. And was talking about like all the people who used to come back from the war, how they had like trouble sleeping and shit like that. I'm like, yeah, a lot of that shit basically had to do because number one, sleep deprivation or whatever. Because hell, when you're in war, when you're in war torn areas, hell, shit, the last thing you really want to try to do is be caught sleeping because you never know when the enemy is going to creep up on you. Yeah. And then, another reason why it's kind of hard to sleep, is coming back from the war and shit like that, PTSD, hell, you go to sleep and it's like, hey, you get those fucking flashbacks and shit.
Yeah, you see things.
Yeah. And I can just imagine because I got friends with PTSD and that's exactly what it is. Like, man, they have trouble sleeping. I'm saying they are heavy alcoholics and shit like that because it's like it's the only way they can really like relax themselves because of all the shit that they've seen and done.
Yeah. No, believe me, I know.
I'm just glad it's like I didn't have that experience. It's like, it's like, yeah, I've shot in some areas and stuff like that, but it's like, most of my supposed kills and things like that, it's like I'd never really seen. So it's like, I can't tell how many people I probably, took out because, I was ordered to. And it's like, that shit will freak you the fuck out, man.
Oh yeah, believe me, I know. Like me personally, like I've been trying to find treatment for myself for PTSD, but New York State doesn't recognize it because I'm not military. But the thing of it was, from all of those years, working at the different bars and working at the different clubs and everything and seeing all those people catching beatings and just so much shit that I went through myself. Like, I buried probably well over 50 people by this point. A lot of overdoses. A couple of people were murdered. A few suicides. I remember, like, there was one point, I think it was maybe 2006, I want to say, or 2007, where we were burying a person. It averaged every 3 to 4 days. And yeah, like it was really bad. What had happened was, at that point, like I think it was up as far as I want to say 2008. That's when I first got crippled in my leg. We were burying a person every 3 to 4 days, and then my bar burned down that I used to go and work at. Then my mother had a stroke. Then my father died, and then I got crippled. Like that's how it went. Like all in like probably I want to say 60 days of each other. Like all within like a 2-3 month span. I remember my nephew wouldn't get in the call with me. He said I was cursed. But going through all of that, and then I don't know if I ever told you, when 9/11 happened, I was down at the docks and I was watching the towers drop from down there. And the firefighters who used to be who all died in 9/11 basically, they would keep their houseboats down at the dock. So what it was, the towers got hit, and they were already in at work. So their wives were there taking care of the houseboats. And I'm watching these towers drop, and all these women are around me, and they all realized, I guess, pretty much within the same instance, that they were all widows at that point. And they all like grabbed me, like latched onto me, hugging me, and started like wailing because they lost their husbands. And bro, that fucked me up. Like, you got no idea how bad that fucked me up.
Yeah, that day, like, I can understand a lot of people there, you know, being like, you know, like really like, you know, like fucked up right there because shit.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
one of the most horrible tragedies that ever fucking happened.
yeah. I mean, like all those women like grabbing onto me. I'm talking like it had to be about well over a dozen women, just like they surrounded me and was just like wailing, like screaming because their husbands. They're watching the building bury their husbands, basically.
Yeah.
And between that and everything else that I'd experienced over the years, I mean, I remember once I was in a bar and I seen this guy get a beating so badly. I mean, so fucking badly. Like, holy shit. I had nightmares about that for at least a month. I mean, you know, people want to talk shit about, you know, like, oh, I'm going to kick your ass. I'm going to beat the shit out of you. If you ever seen somebody get like a real beating where they're like fucked up for the rest of their life from it, like where they get disfigured from it, yeah. That's if you got any shred of humanity in you, you don't ever want to witness something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I definitely sympathize for anybody who's suffering from PTSD because I'm non-military, and just the shit I seen on the streets has got me afflicted. So I can just imagine when you go overseas, the horrific shit that you run the risk of seeing. So seriously, shout out to anybody who's got PTSD from being overseas. You know, I've always said, you know, about anytime I'm on a stream, you know, the streaming group I'm with, I always say one thing: we always support, you know, cops and veterans. Cops, veterans, civil servants. Like, seriously, you know, you support the people that are out there busting their ass because that PTSD shit, that's not what they signed up for.
Let me clarify. I support the good cops because I've had some cops, because of where I live, assume I'm a prostitute.
Oh yeah, there are some crooked assholes out there, you know.
Well, I said cops, not pigs.
Yeah, that's a problem right there. You know, it's just kind of hard to like, you know, see who is who because you know everybody's so quick to like, you know, put the whole entirely together and shit like that. You know, like you get one bad cop, next thing you know, they want to label all fucking cops bad because it's just much easier to do it that way than just to call out the one that's being the jackass.
Oh, believe me, I know, and I am the last person, you know, I say that joke, all joking aside, though, you know, I was saying that fucking around, but, like, the thing of it is, you even heard it yourself, you know, a couple of times when you were on stream here with us, and we had a few ne'er-do-wells who decided to hop on the stream, and the first thing they start saying to me is, like, every horrible stereotype in the book, you know, where's your violin case, where's your freaking, your fedora, your pinstripe suit, you know, like, what the fuck, you know, like I'm fucking Edward G. Robinson. Like I don't talk like that.
No, you're just Mr. Falcone.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, so people just immediately, because of my ethnicity, that's the first thing they're gonna assume and go with that and plus where I live too. That's a double whammy. So I'd be remiss to sit here and be like, oh, he's got a badge and a gun, he's got to be a piece of shit. You know, that would be double stupid on me. You know, because people are sitting here like, oh, you're a Dago from New York. Okay, you've buried people. Like, asshole.
I know. I was explaining something like that earlier. Like, when it comes to like women and like dating and all that right there, like, especially like, you know, women who like to date black guys, you know, because like it's like don't matter which woman it is, like, you know, because you know, as a black guy, you know, like when it comes to out dating, it's like a lot of women got, you know, the stereotype of us of being basically that roughneck Negro, you know, the one that's always, you know, the bad boy, you know, he dresses a certain way and, you know, and he talks and acts a certain way and all that right there, you know, he's just a roughneck, he's just a thug type and all that right there. So when you get a guy like, you know, who actually, you know, has something going for him and things like that, you know, he doesn't attract that many women because they're expecting him to be a certain stereotype. So I know what that feels like.
Yeah, exactly.
The many times I've had, you know, that encounter with a lot of females, only for them to find out like, you're not like what I imagined.
Yeah.
So who here wants to hear a joke?
Sure.
A woman noticed that she was starting to put on a few pounds and mentioned this to her husband. Thinking he was being funny, The husband laughingly replied, "Perhaps we should start washing your clothes in Slim Fast. Maybe it would take a few inches off your butt." His wife was not amused, and decided that she simply could not let such a comment go unrewarded. The next morning, when the husband was getting dressed for work, he took a pair of underwear out of his drawer. "What the hell is this?" he said to himself as a little dust cloud appeared when he shook them out. "Hun," he hollered into the bathroom, "why did you put talcum powder in my underwear?" She replied with a snicker, "It's not talcum powder, it's Miracle Grow."
That's funny. That is. Let me think. I only know some really bad jokes. Really
Why do women
bad.
always go for the dick jokes?
Exactly. Like, but then again, I don't know any really appropriate jokes. That's the whole thing. Like anything I know is gonna piss Tara off severely. Like really piss her off. Okay, so here we go. So, all right. So Pat.
Yo.
Why does a bride wear white?
Why?
Because the dishwasher's got to match the stove and the refrigerator. Yo, Kel.
Yeah?
What do you tell a woman with two black eyes?
Nothing, you're in butterflies.
Why?
I remember that when I remember that from the damn fuck hate campaign. Because they use the child to say.
Hey, Tara.
Yeah?
What's the first thing a battered woman does when she gets home from the shelter?
No clue.
The dishes, if she knows what's good for her.
Oh, dang.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, the feminists will just love you.
Oh, yeah, wouldn't they? Oh, you have no idea. That's part of
my God.
When I first came on to the air. I, was trying to get people to see if I wanted to actually try to see if I could meet up with Big Red, like impromptu. I wanted to find out where she was going to be, and I wanted to roll up with her with like a hidden camera. And I just wanted to roll up on her on a bus stop and just wherever she was, and just start talking to her, lay it on really, really thick. Like start talking to her, like do an impersonation of my brother. Basically, when I see yo, sweetheart, how you doing? Excuse me, I got a question for you. I'm looking at this red hair of yours. I'm just curious, do the curtains match the carpet?
Ooh.
Yeah, because seriously, darling. I mean, oof, you got it going on. Oof, Maron. I mean.
Oh man, you probably will like that woman like a freaking.
Oh yeah.
But then again, when it comes to Big Red, I think that's all just a public act and stuff like that. Behind closed doors, she probably is a big ass freak.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. A lot of these motherfuckers are to act like, oh, men are this and men are discussing and all that right there. Behind closed doors, you like those type of guys. Yeah,
that's. But you know what? Well, I'm gonna be completely honest here. I don't think I've ever met any woman I've ever took home other than my wife that wasn't fucking bonkers. So, yeah, honestly, you got a crapshoot going on out there anyway. You might as well, try to take home a feminist. At least have some fun with it. But especially men are pigs, men are disgusting, men are slime. Well, why don't you take me home and punish me?
As I said, well, feminists they would make a hell of a dominatrix.
Oh fuck yeah! Seriously, you know what it is though. It depends. Like some of these leftist broads, I mean, they're a lot of them. They're fucking hideous. Like Big Red. Yeah, she's pretty nice looking. She's got that round face, but she's a little bit on the thick side. But she's not bad looking. But the rest
because,
of them,
like I said,
yeah.
When it comes to her, the reason why she's so fucking angry is because that's why she's horny. She ain't had no dick up pussy, whatever the fuck she prefers and shit like that. Now, if she went out there and she got that hair, she'd be smiling fucking more.
Yeah. the other thing, I mean, fuck, I don't know. I don't know how the hell she can't go out and get laid. I mean, in today's fucking climate, if you can't get any action and you're that horny, just go out and do a skin video if you're abroad. Seriously.
Here's another one. It's a picture of two people laying in bed. The woman staring at the guy, and his back is to her, and he's just staring off into space. Her thought, he's probably thinking about other girls. The guy, how do blind people know when to stop wiping their ass?
That is actually pretty apropos for men.
I like, damn, that actually is a goddamn thought. Like,
they're probably told to stop after so many wipes. No matter what.
You know what it is? It's because of the ideal that women had thrust into their head for years that the feminists are trying to destroy, which was, this unrealistic ideal. But at least they say it's unrealistic. I look at it as it was just a narrow taste. Barbie is unrealistic. Now, Barbie's not unrealistic. Barbie's Scandinavian. You're not fucking Norwegian. That's why it's not realistic to you. What the fuck? Seriously. That's like if somebody came up to me, like, let's flip the script. As a man, if I turned around and said to Pat, yo, Bruce Lee ain't realistic, he's going to say to me, well, no shit, Scoop. He's 100 pounds in Chinese. What the fuck? Seriously. Because, it's not because, women are stupid or anything. It's they don't look at it through that lens. They look at it like, oh, well, she's a woman, I'm a woman, No, she's a woman. She's nearly 6 foot tall. You're what? 4'8", honey? Come on, seriously. What the fuck? It's this thing with like the left, and I hate saying it, especially these feminists. They really do believe that horseshit that they say when they're like, oh well, everyone is equal, and I say to them, yes, in rights, not in fucking physics. Yeah. Seriously, you're not going to put midgets on the Chicago Bulls. They're not going to get the fucking ring. I'm not saying no disrespect to midgets. Seriously. Likewise, I'm not going to put a bunch of fucking tall people on a golf team. You don't want fucking Mao Ying sitting there trying to putt on the green. He ain't going to be able to do shit.
Never.
Actually, no. I seen Larry Bird play golf. The man's a beast.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. That's what makes us unique, y'all. Like I say, like cause we're different in certain ways.
Yeah, but these women, they see this thing, they're like, okay, well, since we're going to try to push for this equality thing, we're going to make it where we're going to take away from like what the standard was. Now, this is the thing. I hate that bait and switch shit that they pull with. Oh well, you're trying to say that all women have to look this way. No, the guy who created Barbie said, you know what? I'm going to use this fucking hot ass Scandinavian broad who plays tennis next door to me all the time because I really want a boner. That's probably what Barbie came from. I'm sure they're going to tell you some other story or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Like seriously, if Barbie would have been made like 40, 50 years later, Barbie probably would have been fucking 5 foot tall, curvy as fucking named Chiquita because he probably named her after his fucking maid who he wanted to nail. It was whoever the fuck the guy was looking at who made the figure.
Actually, Barbie was created from a doll that was from Scandinavia. The doll was called something else, and what it was is there weren't any like realistic looking dolls for kids in America at the time.
Yeah.
So the creator of Barbie, which she named it Barbie after her daughter.
Yeah, Barbie short for Barbara Ann.
She took the doll and made it more Americanized. Originally, the doll had like these huge eyes, and but the body figure she kept, except I think she took off the nipples.
Yeah.
And so she made it, more modest for America, but and then it went off from there. Actually, the name Mattel is 2 names put together.
What are those names?
And the thing is, great.
What are those names?
Oh God, I completely forgot. Not long ago on Netflix, I watched the thing about the making of Barbie. And, you know, I'm a Barbie collector. I have books that tell all this. I just don't have them here with me.
Yeah, isn't like the record for like the
combination of two names of two of the founders.
Yeah, doesn't the dude hold like the record for the biggest Barbie collection?
I'm sure there is someone that holds a record.
I think I saw it too. I think it's some dude. I forgot where he's from.
60 to 100 Barbies.
Yeah, she's damn mind.
And right now they're all packed up. There's a box of them at my aunt's house, and then there's, I think, 3 Rubbermaid totes over at my friend's house.
Mm-hmm.
Which, as soon as I get a car that can travel that distance, I'm going out there and getting my fucking totes. Because they had a rat problem not too long ago, and I have to see if any of my dolls are damaged.
I just looked up where Mattel came from. It's Harold Matson and Elliot Handler.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
Mattel.
So Matt and Elliot.
Yeah, and the thing is, like I'm saying, you know, who besides, you know, mental, like that one mental person from what the fuck was she from Romania or something like that? The one that actually got the surgeries to look like Barbie and shit like that. Other than that, who is really breaking their goddamn neck trying to look like Barbie? And I'm saying nobody's obsessed with looking like Barbie, other than these boneheaded ass feminists, you know, who are. I'm like, God, get jealous and envious of a goddamn doll and of what? That's what I'm saying. They run themselves crazy over shit that ain't even goddamn, you know, that ain't worth going crazy over. Like I'm saying, you know, from Barbie to, I'm saying, women in video games and comic books and shit like that. I'm like, these are made up animated characters and you are losing your goddamn shit over them. I'm like, you
know, it's funny, Barbie, not Barbie, obviously the fucking little plastic action figure, but whenever they get like these actresses to play Barbie in like the real life things or in the commercials, and just blondes that look like that in general, I've never found them attractive. You know that they've never done it for me. Like,
yeah, because they look too fucking high maintenance.
Well, not even that they look high maintenance. I just never found them appealing. Like me and Kelt were talking about this earlier this morning. He's got a thing for Asian chicks.
I got a thing for blondes, so it's like.
No. That's not what you said. You said he has a pain for Chang.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I did. But my thing is, like, what I'm saying, like, my favorite porn star is Delata Brown. You know, I got a thing for women of the darker persuasion myself. I like black women, Jamaicans, Mexicans, Arabs, Indians.
If I had to pick my favorite porn star of all time, it'd be Buffy Davis. Man, she was
She's blonde.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I think she was strawberry blonde, but she just thick in all the right spots and stuff like that. You know, she just big natural titties, a big gigantic pussy, and all right. She had it all in the right spots.
Yeah. My favorite probably all time, it was Katie Cummings, but she's been doing that BBW thing and she just got
because she got plus size and shit. I don't know. Yeah. It's like 1 second she was just slim and she just put on weight just like that. I don't know if she fucked around and she got pregnant and just didn't lose the weight or what.
I know that happened with Carmela Bing.
Yep. She had a child. She just never lost the weight. And same thing with what's her name? Fuck, I can't remember that motherfucker off the top of my head. But she was the same way. You know, she had a baby and she just never lost the weight. Shit. And I should know off the top of my head because that motherfucker should have an ass on her.
Well, I told you that. Like, my wife is she's the same proportions as Samantha Anderson. So I have a ball every time I go out in public with my wife. Like, I gotta fucking keep an eye on her. I'll walk away for 2-3 minutes and I got these young Thundercats fucking surrounding her. Like, yo, what's good, shorty? Let me holler at you. Like, yo. Guys, she's twice your age and she's married to me. The fuck on. Seriously, you know, because she don't like my wife's like kind of oblivious. She don't realize it's you know. And I tell her, I'm like, look, you know, you look like a porterhouse to these young kids. You know, really, you got to pay attention. Ugh. Yeah.
May 10th is when Detective Pikachu comes.
May 10th is the day I don't give a fuck.
I do, because I want to see Pikachu.
Guess what else is on May 10th?
I've been seeing a lot of.
Your birthday.
Yep.
Oh, happy birthday in advance.
Guess what I'm gonna go to on the May 10th?
And it's gonna have a Pikachu versus Charizard battle. Awesome.
It is. I wonder if they're gonna kill Pikachu off in this movie.
No.
Oh yeah,
why not?
Yeah.
I've heard they're already started on the sequel.
Damn. Maybe they kill him off in that one.
And it's got a Mewtwo.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Kelly Divine. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah. Oh my God. You know, I thought that was my wife's cousin.
Yeah, she was the one. Like I said, you know, like
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Kelly
She
Divine.
still got it going on, but it's like not too long ago she just had a child, and like you know she's kind of like the same way with like Carmella Bean. You know, she put on like the baby fat, and she just never tried to lose it.
Yeah, but you know she's the same as like Gianna Michaels. I mean, you have sex with her, it's like getting nailed by a freight train.
Yes, because they're all natural.
Yeah, you ever see Gianna Michaels when she like gets on top of the guy? She nearly rips the fucking back off the couch.
Yeah, I've seen her in action. All right. Yeah. Like I said, that's a person I'd love to talk to.
Yeah.
And I found a lot of them on Twitter and shit like that. I wonder if I start a network and I can actually get in touch with these people. Like, hey, you want to come on my live stream channel? I'd be surprised if I get a reaction. I was gonna do that with Mercedes Carrera, but the shit she's in right now, I don't know.
Free advice, my friend. Strippers, exotic dancers, and porn stars make for very, very fun bedfellows, but their lifestyles in general, just they have like an aura of chaos around them constantly.
I can imagine.
I showed Tara one of the porn stars I used to roll with back in the day, and she was fun. And you know her, actually. If you know everyone you just named, you know this broad. I can't even remember her name off the top of my head, but I showed Tara her. I think Tara knows her name. But, oh, yeah, bro, oh, my God, she was fun. But, balls fucking crazy. Like, holy shit crazy. Like, I looked on her Facebook page about a month ago, and she's one of those people, diehard Bill Nye fan, thinks that like the planet's gonna explode in 12 years. We gotta do the new Green Deal. Yeah, she's one of them.
Oh, one of those guys.
Yeah. Most porn stars are diehard SJWs.
I've seen a few, man. Like
there was one that was from Antifa who got punched on camera.
Oh yeah, the fucking the Antifa bitch, the Venus motherfucker.
Yeah. No, chicks who do porn are different than porn stars. There's a difference between a chick who's doing a porno and putting it up on the internet and a woman that you'll actually pay $45 a month to jerk off to. That's basically how I divide them. Like if people don't come out of pocket to look at this bitch, then nah, she ain't a porn star. I'll put it like that.
Yeah, that tripped me out back in the time, man. Like all these SJWs that went viral and shit like that, and you found out they did fucking porn, or they motherfucking, they motherfucking like got sex tapes and shit like that released. Like the one motherfucker that was in California that freaked out, and what I'm saying about the couple's PDA and shit like that, and only to find out she had motherfucking shit out there on the goddamn internet.
Yeah, so many of these people, like one of these chicks that I mean, she did a couple of skin videos in college. Like she was on, I guess, College Rules or whatever. She's one of these Antifa broads. She lives down by Tara's Way, actually, like one of those weird named places down in Florida. She's got like a head shop or some shit. You know, I mean, there's that's what I was like. I was talking to somebody about this, and I said to him, you know, because they're like, I want to get rid of all the leftists. I said, you do realize you get rid of all the leftists, you're going to get rid of a good portion of the people that do adult films. And they said, what do you mean? I said, well, most conservative women are not going to go and do porn. I said, neither are most conservative men. Think about it. They're conservative for a reason. You know? Part of the reason I didn't ever want to do porn is because, you know, I said I'd have to live with myself afterwards. You know, that's the thing. You got to live with that, and it's one of those things. You know, I don't think I could live with it. Like,
yeah, imagine all the women who got kids now who are gonna grow up like, you know, like either seeing this or getting reminded of it by their friends, like, you know, like, oh yeah, you know, your mommy, I'm saying, you know, like I saw your mommy last night getting fucked in the ass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, oh God, there's this one girl I know in the neighborhood, and I even told her, I said, you better thank fucking God that there was no camera phones back in the day when we were younger, because the shit that this broad did, I seen her do shit once at this one party. Oh my God, I wish I would have had a camcorder. I could have fucking retired off of the copies of the videos of what she was doing. Just holy shit. I even told her afterwards, I said, you know, I told her, I said, when I left you, I said, I really thought that I was going to find out later that you were dead somewhere, because, like, I figured that they were going to fuck her to death. Like, I even said to him, like, you know, you better thank God that there's no cameras nowadays, because, you know, she got so bad with that sort of, like, the whole orgy lifestyle. She has to go to, like, therapy because she buried it. She got, like, traumatized from it. She actually traumatized herself from going overboard with that shit.
God damn. Which yeah. There's a good and a bad side to that, you know, like to that type of thing right there. I've seen some people, you know, and they
cocaine. I was gonna say that was the thing.
Oh shit.
Because I was gonna say that's the thing. A lot of people don't realize is a good portion of like the porn industry. You know, there's a lot of coke flying around in there.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of fucking drugs.
Oh yeah, well, not even just the drugs themselves. Like, I'm just saying this from like me personally. I never dabbled with the shit. I'm actually like allergic to things like cocaine and lidocaine, and like Novocaine. I have trouble with when I get it sometimes because, like, when I have work done on my teeth, I have to tell the doctor, like, look, you know, I have an allergy to cocaine, so I don't know, like, so it's hit or miss. I haven't really had, thank God, knock on wood, any allergic reactions thus far to Novocaine. But lidocaine, I've had the same reaction also. But I digress. I've actually seen this now. I don't care what anyone says. Like, people say, you know, it's a cop out. You know, it's bullshit. You're in control of your actions, this, that, and the third. Yeah, horse shit. Because I have seen when people get really good, pure coke, certain girls, and I'm sure the guys do crazy shit too, but I've just never seen any guys do this. But certain girls, people knew, feed, let me just come up with a name of somebody I don't know. Fuck, Janet. All right, I don't know no Janets. Yeah, give Janet there like a line. Okay, and she fucking bangs back a rail. Next thing you know, Janet's on all fours screaming, fuck me. I've seen this shit happen, you know, so that's part of the reason, like, a lot of, like, this girl, she got so bad into it. Like, it was literally like they were pouring gas into a lawnmower. Every time she started to slow down, they'd fucking give her a blast, and she'd get revved up again, and, like, 3 more guys. And I've seen it happen. I think I don't know, I guess because cocaine just by itself, when you're supposed to chew the coca leaves, is a stimulant. I'm guessing when it's refined down and concentrated like that, maybe just certain people, it switches their brain on where they're like, I gotta fuck. I don't know.
Yeah, with a lot of some of the documentaries I've watched about porn and things like that, with a lot of like women who are like either in the business or formerly and things like that, they said that's how they got through gangbangs and stuff like that, you know, because they was either taking drugs, like, you know, they were doing like cocaine, they got that rush and stuff like that, to the fact where it made them so dead inside that they couldn't feel anything. So it's like So all right, so when I'm watching all these hot ass gangbangs right here, 9 times out of 10, I'm watching a coked up motherfucking female who is just dead inside. Because the way some of them women are getting just toe up, man. Just some of these scenes just in the motherfucking abused. I'm like, she's either into it or she is just so high as fuck she can't feel that shit.
Yeah, well, I won't watch the ones where they're abusive to the women. I only watch them where the women are really into it. So, and those girls, you can tell. Like, look, I'm gonna be honest. It's obvious it's a fetish of mine. I like pigs. So that's why when I'm saying like a girl like Gianna Michaels, yeah, she ain't doing no coke. That girl is enjoying the fuck out of her work. Seriously, like
you get some who look like they just enjoy that shit right there. Like Belladonna, man, she did so much goddamn stuff. It just fucked up what happened to her because she fucked around and she got herpes.
Oh, that poor thing.
Yeah, I'm like, god damn, man, shit.
I'm sorry for her.
And I'm not surprised because, like I said, because she was a filthy motherfucker. I mean, you name it, she fucked it. She was fucking men, women, trannies, and shit and all that right there. Hell, I think the only thing she didn't do. So not.
That isn't that what a porn star's supposed to do?
Yeah, like I said, I think she fucked everything except for a midget. Now, if she would have did that right there, she would have basically did everything. Because she didn't give a damn race, sex, gender, whatever shit. If it was fuckable, she did it.
Yeah, I'll be honest. There's been a few times, you look for like the mainstream porn stars and you see them that they're doing shit with the trannies. That kind of freaks me out a little bit. I ain't gonna fucking lie. And then when you got like, because a lot of like, especially here in New York now, they push through like with the filter, it's discrimination where. Unfortunately, if you want to look for any form of skin in New York, you're gonna get everything. I mean everything. And you get some of these fetish films, and it's kind of fucked up when you see some of these women that like nice looking women that do mainstream, and then you see that they do the fetish films also. And I say fetish, not bondage, because bondage, some people, yeah, all right, fine. You guys are into bondage, I ain't gonna knock it. But fetish, you motherfuckers that like to piss on each other, yeah, nah.
Oh God, man, there are some. There is just some shit out there that's like, no. Who's ever into this needs their ass whooped.
Yeah, seriously.
Like you said, from the pissing to the scat porn to the fucking, and I just cannot stand the fucking the fucking daddy dumb little girl shit right there. That's the sickest porn you could ever fucking make right there, man.
Yeah, I don't particularly care for that. Another thing I don't like, I think I said before, I don't like the abuse shit. I don't even like it. Like I'm one of those people where I'm not gonna watch the shit if like the guy's sitting there talk like don't talk to her that way, asshole. Seriously, it's one of those things where I don't like it. I don't appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, who the fuck gets off on that?
A lot of times they say it's the women's idea, like they come up with it and shit like that because it's like her saying stuff like that, it's what she consents to. So a lot of time when they're talking shit like that and doing it right there, it's like it's usually her idea.
But like me personally, it's just me. I don't find it sexy. I understand. I don't think he's being abusive to her. Obviously, I know she's getting a paycheck for the shit and she's there for her own volition. But it's like me personally. It's one of those things. Like, nah, I don't like it when they mistreat them. I don't like it when they're disrespectful to them. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. I'm not saying put them up on a fucking pedestal, but I mean, look, it's some professional shit we got going on. You got this guy here. He's got a dick like a fire hose. This motherfucker's at the gym 7 days a week to make sure he's got a 6-pack and pecs, so you're not seeing some fucking beer gut while he's nailing this broad. And it's the same thing with her. She's spending all her time on a Stairmaster and all this shit. I mean, these people are busting their ass just to look nice, so we can sit here and watch them fuck. I mean, I look at it this way. I appreciate that they got to put in that much fucking effort just to, like appease everyone else. So it's one of those things. Like it's why I don't like watching when they talk shit to the girl. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, the fuck, man. Have some professional courtesy. I understand a lot of it's a put on, but it's sour. It leaves a sour taste. That's all I'm
It's
saying.
like that. Then it's like supply and demand, and like say, me, it's like I'm to a certain point like that, like, the smacking of the ass, the pulling of the hair and things like that, like the kind of like, putting your arm around her and things like that, kind of restraining her, take notes, Tara. And so it's like, things like, things like that, to like a certain point, but it's not like you say, like, the slapping, the all that right there and things like that, the choking out. And it's like, yeah, it's like to a certain point that, yeah, like that's going too goddamn far.
Yeah. Like I'm gonna say this right now because you're gonna hear a lot of people. This is how you can tell you're talking to somebody that's never experienced it. When you hear men talking about, oh yeah, I love all the time 2 women. Well, unless they're into anorexics, because you know what, 2 women's too much goddamn work. Especially if you like me, because I like thicker women. Nah, there's not a bed made. Not a bed made for me and 2 thick broads. I'm sorry.
That's why you go to a hotel.
Even then, I do what? I'm gonna get impaled on the bedpost in a fucking Motel 6? No, thank you.
There's no bedposts anymore.
Oh, okay. Like
I've been there before. Like I said, you gotta have hella stamina.
Well, not even the stamina. I'm just saying, bro. The chicks I usually go for, they start at $150 and work their way up. You know what I'm saying? So that's right there, 2 broads. You're starting at 300 pounds, and the scale is slowly starting to tip. So that's my whole thing. Like I remember once, make sure my wife ain't in earshot. I was with these 2. I'm with these 2 broads, and they both had to weigh about, I want to say 180 pounds apiece. And we were going at it, and oh my fucking God, I thought that the one girl was going to bust my fucking hips. That's what I'm saying. And the other girl, I had to like I'm punching her in the knee because she's smothering me. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like people who are always with the 2 broads, they're talking about chicks who are like, 105 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about these anorexics like you see flying around on
like
the pornos.
the little tiny thing.
Yeah, they're talking about chicks like, oh, what the fuck is her name? Like Jasmine Lynn and Gage. The tiny little girls. Like you heard the woman I'm talking. Yeah, I'm sitting here talking about chicks like Carmella Bing and friggin' chicks like two girls like that. You mean that fucking bed in a cave?
Yeah, that's gonna be, man. That's gonna be some time right there.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm sorry. I like thicker women. That's always been a thing for me.
That's always been a thing for me. It's like, hell, I've had a few skinny women in the past, but it just ain't the same because, like, number one, you hardly got anything to hold on to, and 2, there's going to be a lot of more complaining than it is, with a thicker girl. Like I said, if you used to having sex with thicker girls and then all of a sudden you reduce yourself down to a skinny girl, it just is not going to be the fucking same because, you used to putting your time in, you used to putting all that thrust in, you try to do it on the skinny girl.
Let me ask you this. Did you find yourself getting bruised from screwing around with like a skinny broad after being used to them bigger broads? Because I was with this one skinny broad.
Not bruised, more like I'm saying, like, damn, I ain't got nothing to fucking hold on to.
No, she was, bro. Check this out. We were like basically doing cowgirl, and she was like hitting me with her pelvis. You know what I'm saying? Like she was that skinny. It was like it hurt afterwards. I was like, ow! I'm sitting there like I'm in the bathroom, like I got ice on myself because I'm like, Jesus, it wasn't enjoyable. She was all bone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I don't want to get. I've already gotten really personal at this point, but I don't want to get too personal. I mean, it wasn't that it wasn't like enjoyable, but or whatever. But I mean, it was just like she was so damn bony. Like I didn't realize that the girls I was with that there was so much meat on them that like when I was with this skinny broad, I'm like, holy shit, it hurt because like she's sitting there. I mean, she was like snarling and fucking snapping and shit, like going to town, and I'm sitting there like, ow, 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 ow. Seriously. Oh man, fucking memories, the good old days. Like, I forget who the fuck I was talking to. I was talking to one of these younger people, and they were talking to me about sex, and I flat out told them, like, yo, Bernie Mac said it true. He was 45 when he said it. I'm gonna be 40. I got no fucking interest anymore. You know what? I climbed those mountains. I slew those fucking dragons. I had a great run. I even nailed this guy I knew owed me money. I nailed his mother. So, seriously. Yeah, his mother was young and she was hot. And I seen him later on. I'm like, yo, you don't owe me that $50 anymore. I ran into your mother and she took care of it.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that type of porn.
Yeah. No, I mean, no, dead serious. I mean, I nailed homeboy's mother years ago before I was dating my wife, and I just ran into her at the bar. She was hot as fuck, and took her home, and she's talking to me. She said her name, and I'm like, what? You know, because she was like mouthing off. She, Italian woman with a loud mouth, and she's mouthing off. She's like, you don't want to mess with so and so, meaning like pointing to herself. I'm like, wait, what is your name? And she looked at me and said it again. I said, are you related to so and so? And she's like, yeah, that's my son. And she's like, why? Do you know him? And her eyes got really big. I'm like, yeah, I know your son. And wound up fucking her again because of that, because she wanted me not to tell her son anything. So yeah, sure enough. Yeah, no problem, lady. It was great though, because I seen him. Yeah, no, don't worry about it. Your mother took care of it. We're good. We're squared. You don't owe me the money no more.
You fuck with ma.
Yo, he never found out.
Oh shit.
He knows now.
Yeah, true that. If he ever even sees this, I doubt he will. You know, it's funny because I was talking. I don't want to sit here and take over too much time, but I was talking about somebody before. There was this girl. She actually was fucked up. Like the guy she was with, like murdered her and made it look like. Made it look like she committed suicide and put a noose around her. I'm pretty sure that he's doing time for it now. Thank God. But
I hope he is.
Yeah, I dated this girl. My God, back in probably like 2000, and it was fucked up because I screwed this up. Check this out. What I used to do, because she had to get up early for like school and work, because she was young at the time. I think she was like 18 or 19 years old. So I would drop her off, and I'd wave goodnight to her, and I'd pull around the block, and then I'd pull back up in front of the house, but one house away, and I dimmed the parking lights, and then I'd flash them like 2-3 times, and her mother would come out, and her mother would get in the passenger seat, and me and her mother would go to the bar, and so then I'd drop the mother back off at about 2-3 in the morning. This girl found out because, like, she came up and she fucking jumped on the hood of my car and was screaming, "You wanted to have a threesome with me and my mother, you piece of shit!" Because I was like, yeah, I forget who I had the bet with in the neighborhood. I think I had like a $200 bet that I'm like, yo, I can pull some end of days shit with those two. Meaning, like, get the mother and the daughter into bed at the same time. I was a scoundrel when I was young. I ain't gonna front.
Man whore.
Yeah, like I said, I had a good run. You know, that's all that matters. You have your fun when you're young. You know, you do you, enjoy yourself. Like, I never tried when I was out younger and, you know, screwing around. I never hurt a girl. I never, you know, intentionally tried to hurt anyone or break their heart. That's part of the reason I had as much fun as I did. I was completely honest with the girls, you know, when I would talk to them. I'd tell them right off the bat what I was interested in. I'm like, look, I'm just interested in skins. I got no interest in a relationship. You know, I would tell them the truth. And 7 times out of 10, it worked. You know, and a lot of these girls, I wasn't a one night stand kind of guy. I'd hang out with a girl and I'd keep hanging with her. You know, a lot of girls, it was messed up because a lot of these girls, I was with them You know, we were chilling for months, and then they'd meet a guy and they'd start dating him. And it was weird because it was always the girls that left. I never left the girls, you know, but I always found that a little bit odd. Like I was the placeholder until they met a guy, you know, but I had a good run. And what am I going to complain about? How dare that girl fuck my brains out for 4 solid months and then go marry some pencil neck and leave me, you know? So, okay. I got those memories, so I'll cherish them. Ugh. Man. Got me on a good subject, Pat.
That's it. Hell yeah.
One of my favorite things on earth, next to barbecue.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And like I said, shit. And there's both down here in Texas.
I know, which is why I want to go down there. I always said, you know, the 3 things that make an afternoon complete. Well, 4 things. You need, you know, you get yourself a nice joint of some good Jamaican. You get yourself a nice thing of ice cold red stripe, platter of some ribs smothered in sauce, and a nice looking waitress to bring it all to you.
Like I said, you know, it's like where I'm right here in Texarkana. Like I said, we got some good, like I said, barbecue spot. But the best ones are, like I said, in places like Amarillo, man. Like I said, you know, like I've been to the Big Texan before. It's like, oh yeah, it's great up right there. I think the only thing I hate is like I wanted to try they 72 ounce challenge, but at this point right now, I'm like, nah, I can't do that. That should have killed me.
Damn. I'm trying to get my hands on a car this week. I'm trying to like finance a new car, and you know, because I haven't had a car in about a couple of years. But if I get this thing on the road, I was telling Tara, I'm thinking about doing a road trip this summer and going to different places. Try to put some more content on my channel. Because that's part of the thing is, you know, I've had tons of shit going on the past 2-3 weeks. Like I haven't even gotten a chance to do my Friday stream. I got to do one tomorrow night. Otherwise, it's going to be a solid month I haven't streamed on my channel. You know, it's just I've had so much shit going on. Like I just have not had the time or the energy to do it. And, you know, it's also because Tara's computer's been fucking up and Burnside's had work. Like I can only MC. I can't host on my computer because it's broken. So... yeah, I just haven't had the opportunity, but you know, this I'm gonna be getting this car, and hopefully this summer, I'm gonna be streaming from the car every day. Like, you ever watch that YouTuber? He goes under the handle of Handy Mayhem and Uncle Hotep.
Oh yeah, yeah, I've seen him like
yeah, he's my wife's favorite. We watch him like every day, and. He's constantly driving around the Amish country in Pennsylvania with his fucking GoPro, you know, pointed at him, and he's opining on whatever the hell happened the night before. I told my wife, I said, you got me driving all over the place. I said, plus, since we're using like a lot of New York Medicaid and Medicare programs and shit, they got us going up in the hood. And I told her, I said, it's colorful as fuck, you know, up in there. You got all these Chinese restaurants and shit, and like, you know, people of all persuasions walking all over, and like, I got a video up in there when I took her to the dentist, and I mean, bro, I'm in the fucking ghetto, and it's just, to me, I find the aesthetics appealing. I like the way it looks. I guess because I grew up here my entire life. It's just something about a rough neighborhood. I find it charming. And so I do a walkthrough of it. You know what I'm saying? And I told her, I said, that's what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start filming around the neighborhood. I told her, I said, who the fuck wants to look at me? So I'm going to point the camera out the car instead of pointing on me like Hotep has it. I'm going to start filming everywhere. So
I know someone wants to look at you.
After the stream.
Right.
Yeah, right. Seriously. Speaking of the stream, when the hell is this thing going to end? It's like 20-1 at this point.
It's about to end.
Oh, okay.
That's like,
show first. Go for it.
Yes. Well, I'll start first right there. Everybody knows the deal, I'm your boy Pat. You can check out my YouTube channel at your boy Pat right there. Same thing. You can also catch me on Twitter at your boy Pat47. I got a new one I just made not too long ago, which I'm trying to make up for when I do live streams. That's where most of my live stream is like links and all that right there is gonna go because I'm gonna try to keep that on like kind of social political free and all this shit right there and be talking about all type of different things. I got that building up in the future. Tara's gonna be helping me out with that. Like trying to stream and how to get that all set up right there. So once I do get popping, hopefully be doing it like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I ain't got a set schedule yet, but it's like I'm working on it. But that's me right there.
All right.
Very cool. You guys know the deal. I'm Scooby331. You can follow me here on YouTube. I am on minds.com, GabAI, Instagram, even though I have no content up on that yet. I will be putting stuff up there eventually. And I have a Patreon and a PayPal. Crowdfunding donations are very much welcome, very appreciated, and very much needed because I am currently broke, as it were. I'm in between jobs and get very little fundage coming in from the government. What little I get goes towards cost of living, and I need equipment so I can film better. I have a few pieces right now I'm using, so that's good, but it's just the editing is the trick, so I can't really edit anything just yet, but I'm working on it. But I digress. The reason for this long build-up in exactly, 2 days at this point. On the 17th is St. Patty's Day, and I will actually be going into Manhattan to watch a bunch of non-Irish strangers basically LARP as my mother's relatives for the day.
There's gonna be so many shamrocks around that day, and so many pints.
And this is the first year since marijuana's been made legal.
Oh shit! Add that. Add that green to it as well.
That's why I'm gonna go film. And knowing my luck, this is the first year I'm gonna have a camera where I'm probably going to wind up running into like two girls that are going to say something to me along the lines of, "Hey, we want to take turns. Can you tell us which of us gives a better blowjob?" Like, seriously. And I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm married, girls. I'm sorry. And it'll be on camera. I just want the people they will be your proof right there that the gods are capricious because something like that will happen to me.
That's okay. When I come with you and they do that, we can make them say, which one of them can, eat better pussy.
That doesn't benefit me at all.
I know, but it benefits me.
Well, like I said, you get to watch.
Oh yeah, I want to watch. Believe me, I don't.
No, but we're not gonna. We'll have to stop the live stream at some point. But we can always record and send it to Burnside. He'll be happy.
Yeah, right. Seriously. When are you? Oh yeah, we went through this last night about coming to visit. We got to crunch numbers later to figure it out. All right, cool.
Yeah,
so far I'm thinking actually flying would be cheaper.
I've already crunched mine and things like that. So by the time I make it to Gainesville, like I said, I'm gonna spent over $1,000.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What are you driving?
No, I'm flying. And I'm flying, and then like I said, we got to rent a car for the weekend and shit like that, which is gonna.
We may not have to rent a car if I get a car.
Oh well, like I said, you gotta let me know. Like I said,
I will let you know. Oh, believe me.
Like I said, which I hope you can do that right there, because that'd be like a little more extra money for us to do, like extra things to go extra places to record. So let me know, because that's what I'm doing. Like these next couple of months is like with my job right now. I'm pulling in so much. I'm pulling in so much overtime that shit.
I just wish you could get a few extra days. That way I can also take you to the Atlantic coast instead of just the Gulf Coast.
Well, I wish I would have known that, because my whole vacation, starts it starts that Thursday, so it's like between that weekend I'm gonna still have like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Those days off right there, which I'm probably gonna end up spending with my kids. But if I would have
No,
known that, I was like, hell, I
spend
could
that
extend
time
it.
with your kids.
Because I know, like right now, my oldest one, she's getting ready for like a senior prom, so I can just imagine you know what I'm saying, what she's gonna be like that day right there. You know, that's probably gonna be the day where she's really gonna expect me to like really freak out, but I'll be like, no, y'all have a good time, just be responsible. Because I know at 17, you know, oh God, my senior
Besides,
prom,
you can always come back
oh
another
my
time, and I'll
Jesus.
take you to St. Augustine, Daytona, stuff like that.
It's like we had a damn ball, so that's why I'm gonna be like, nah, I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. So I'm gonna just basically tell her to, you know, go out there, have fun, but be responsible.
I was banned from my prom.
Damn.
Yeah, bro, I wasn't a good kid.
I had a country prom, you know, I was down in the country.
Our actually not my class, but the class for the year 2000. They had their prom at the Windows of the World on top of the World Trade Center.
Oh shit.
Yeah, our prom, I forget where the hell it was, but one of the girls in the neighborhood I was sweet on took mescaline and threw up in the punch bowl. So,
Oh.
yeah, good times. What did I do prom night? Oh yeah, I remember what I did.
I definitely remember.
Yeah. Yeah, what was her name? Danielle. That's what I did on prom night. I did Danielle. Memories.
Baby brother, do you have anything to show?
Oh, just the same non-existent content.
Well,
We
how
gotta
about
get
you
you
show that
creating
every
content,
Wednesday
man.
you host Musketeers?
Okay, I host Musketeers on Wednesdays.
Oh, that's so enthusiastic.
Yeah.
And I am Terracin, your favorite cyber bitch. You can find me on pretty much any social media, except for Facebook. It is Ambrosia Locke spelled with an E at the end. You know, I host the Musketeers, which is my baby. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. My brother does Wednesday, and Burnside's supposed to do the weekends. I'm gonna have to kick his ass in because he hasn't been doing it.
Man's work.
Not on the weekends, he don't.
Oh, then what's he doing?
Being a slacker.
Uh-huh.
So, and go watch. I posted my Eagle video last night. I made the thumbnail, so if you're gonna bitch, oh, it looks like shit. Fuck you.
You
I
just
wasn't
reminded me
doing all
I
that
got leftover chicken in the fridge.
Oh god damn.
Do what?
You just reminded me I got leftover chicken in the fridge.
And I'm going to be working on the Rogers Farm strawberry picking next. Probably work on that tomorrow because I'm probably going to have a flu-infected 5-year-old here.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So have a good night, everybody.
Night, all.
Good night, folks.